kind of advice might you give for people who are dreaming of writing for television, or even just, maybe making their own videos and creating their own dramas on their own time? What in terms of craft and good practices, what would you tell them?
The best practice that has served me the best is to always be writing. I think that applies to obviously writing scripts, features and television, but also across genres, because I wrote short stories, I wrote plays, I wrote comic books, I still write comic books. And so sometimes you'll have an idea or you'll have a thought about a character that doesn't quite fit. It's not big enough to be a feature, but it could be something else. You could make it into a short story or into a comic book. And I think that those pieces of material will serve you well because you only get better with practice. I'm a big fan of the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hour rule. If you just keep grinding and keep practicing, good things will happen.
And I think that's wise advice, because if that character is inside your head and inside your head and inside your head and not on the page, then it's going to be hard to tell whether she or he is going to be, like you said, big enough to carry a series, or if they're just, part of a short story. Sort of
Absolutely.
a related question: what makes a good script?
Ooh, I think a combination of things, good characters and an engaging story. I tell people all the time what I'm not looking for any specific thing. I can read a Western or an action script or a straight up drama or a comedy. What I want to be at the end of turning those pages is moved in some way, whether it's moved to laugh, whether it's moved to cry, whether it's moved to scream. I want to be moved at the end of reading something. So that's the goal, no matter what the genre is.
Yeah, that even goes back to the soap opera principle or the Game of Thrones principle, that I can watch these shows and know that I'm being manipulated a bit, but my emotional reaction to those shows is why I still remember certain episodes of Friday Night Lights or Game of Thrones, is that emotional factor.